Hey, this is Skylar, and I'm here to talk about eggs and bad associations. Now, when I was 15, I had a super bad association with eggs of any sort. Real chicken eggs, fake, Easter eggs, chocolate eggs, you name it. Anything that was an egg, I didn't want to even so much as touch. Um, Now, why? Is because when I was 15 years old, I had a dream about a character named Neiman. Nemon. Neiman. I called him Neiman the Demon because he was really mean. Now, what he did in the dream is because he didn't understand my autism and he thought that I was weird, kind of like most people do, he threw an egg in my face. So, now, even though this was a dream, my dreams do affect me because they're very vivid and they're very lifelike. So for a while after that Neiman dream, I had a very bad association with eggs, and I didn't even want to touch it. When I was, um, in real life, when I was like 11, I had a bad association with a certain kind of wavy noodles. I don't want to say its name because I don't want to be sued, but it's a really thin, wavy noodle that can be chicken flavored or beef flavored. It comes with a little flavoring packet. It's either usually chicken or beef, and the noodles are kind of long and wavy. I'm not saying the name because I don't want to get sued by the company. But the reason that I had a bad association is because it reminded me of those bad times with my uncle. He was just very mean. Like, for instance, he knew that I didn't like the N word, and he would say it anyway. Or we would wake up, me and my mom would wake up to them fist fighting, to my uncle and his son's fist fighting. So, um, those wavy noodles would remind me of my uncle. And eggs, when I was 15, reminded me of the guy in my dreams named Neiman. Um, so one day, when I was 16 years old in real life, I used to go to Texas School for the Blind. My teacher had us literally do an experiment where we would literally walk on eggshells to see how hard it would be because there's an idiom, walk on eggshells. So she had us literally walk on eggshells to see how hard it would be just to walk on an eggshell without it breaking. So we would empty out an egg, like a real chicken egg, and then we would try to walk on it with our bare feet without it breaking. This to me was very cathartic because it felt like I was stomping Neiman. I mean, it felt like literally like I was crushing Neiman beneath my feet because remember in the dream, Neiman threw an egg at me. So, in the real world, when I was walking on those eggshells at my teacher's class, it felt like I was stomping on Neiman. It was the best feeling ever. It was cathartic. All the anger that got into my heart because of Neiman, because that dream I had, was released in that real world experience where I got to stomp on that eggshell. I mean, it just released all of my anger. It was just so, wonderful. It felt good. So that helped me get rid of the egg association because and now eggs are no longer excruciating. Get it? So in so the stomping on the eggshells experience got me, over the bad association. As far as those wavy noodles, what I did with those is I put back then when I was at school, I was into things like, well, I still am, but like Tabasco sauce and Worcestershire and stuff like that. So what I did with those wavy noodles that I was talking to you about, the ones with the chicken or beef flavored broth, I would put things in it like hot sauce or Worcestershire or um, different kinds of meats or vegetables to really kind of slayerize it so that, I couldn't even recognize, what it was. It didn't even taste like the original wavy noodles. It tasted like something totally different. And it was totally Slayer. It actually tasted good. And that helped me get rid of the bad association with the noodles. So what am I saying is a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. To help me deal with bad associations, you don't just shove the item or the situation in my face, because that's just going to make me get more angry or afraid. It's like if you were an arachnophobe, if you were afraid of spiders, and somebody just shoved a tarantula in your face, how would you feel? Right? So, to help me get rid, I'm not afraid of spiders, I was just using that as an example. But to help me get rid of my bad associations, whatever they are, what you would do is you would take the bad item or the bad situation or whatever it is, and you would wrap it up in something that I think is good. Like, for example, when I put all those hot sauces and Worcestershire sauce in those wavy noodles, it kind of helped me get over that. Or when I was stomping on the eggshell. So, like, I have a bad association with treadmills. And, because of what a certain gym teacher did to me, like when I was at school, in elementary, at Texas School for the Blind, my certain gym teacher, she would say, she would punish me. Like, she would turn it up really, really fast, the treadmill, and she would go, now you don't have time to talk. And stuff like that. So now, to this day, I have a bad association with the treadmill. So the reason, the way that you could possibly make a good association with the treadmill for me is, well, there's lots of possibilities, but if you were to allow me to do maybe some hip action while I was walking, I don't know if you know this, but like I like to slither like my hips a lot, like when I'm dancing and stuff. So if you would allow me to do like a little hip action while I was walking, or if you were to play music that I liked, like nowadays I'm into Pete Seeger. So if like you would play music that I liked, or let me do hip action or something like that, it would, while I was walking on the treadmill, or if you were to say a bunch of my favorite words while I was on the treadmill, it would help build up a good association with the treadmill. You get what I'm saying? So you take something bad that you have a bad association with and wrap it up in something good that you find happy. It's just like in Mary Poppins, a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. It doesn't say just shove the medicine down the kid's throat. No, it says a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Or, we have a dog, okay? And sometimes when the dog is sick, we have to give him a pill. He usually doesn't go for pills. So what we do is we take the pill and wrap it up in a piece of cheese. And then he will eat it. So you're taking the bad thing, which in the dog's point of view would be the pill, and you're wrapping it up in something good, which in the dog's point of view would be the cheese. Now you could do that in real life, whatever you have a bad association with, take that thing and wrap it up in something good, something you find good. So, or something you find fun. Try to make it fun. So, it's a little bit of a psychology lesson there. It's almost Pavlovian. I mean, it doesn't take it takes a while for it to kind of work, but if you stick with it, it kind of develops. It's kind of like fitness, like if you were exercising, you're not going to lose weight. You're not going to lose like 30 pounds in a day. No. It's the same thing with the bad associations. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. So just be patient with yourself, you know? So it's just a very simple concept. I hope you were able to understand it, and if you have anything that you would like to say, I will accept your comments as long as they are not bullying. I have no tolerance for bullying.